Did you know that your family tree includes a tiny shrew-like creature no bigger than a mouse that lived 85 million years ago while dodging dinosaur feet? This small, furry mammal called Purgatorius is one of our earliest known ancestors, and every human, ape, monkey, and lemur alive today descended from creatures just like it. But here's what will shock you: we also share common ancestors with rats, bats, and even whales, all branching from the same mammalian family tree. Imagine if I told you that after the dinosaurs went extinct 66 million years ago, it was these tiny like mammals that inherited the Earth and eventually gave rise to creatures as diverse as blue whales and human beings. The journey from small nocturnal rodents to intelligent apes is one of the most remarkable transformation stories in evolution. Hello everyone. Today we're tracing back our own evolutionary history to discover the incredible journey from tiny mammal ancestors to modern apes and humans. This isn't just about our family tree, it's about understanding how major environmental changes shaped the evolution of intelligence, social behavior, and the traits that make us uniquely human. Scientists studying fossil DNA and ancient bone fragments have revolutionized our understanding of mammalian evolution. Through molecular clock studies and comparative genetics, we can now trace our lineage back tens of millions of years and see exactly how we're connected to every other mammal on Earth. Today we'll explore how our earliest mammal ancestors survived the age of dinosaurs, what happened after the mass extinction that allowed mammals to diversify, and the key evolutionary steps that led from small tree-dwelling creatures to walking upright. At the end, we'll discuss what this evolutionary journey reveals about human nature and our place in the natural world. The story begins in the Cretaceous period, around 100 million years ago, when dinosaurs dominated the Earth. During this time, mammals were small, mostly nocturnal creatures that lived in the shadows of giant reptiles. These early mammals were no bigger than modern shrews and spent their lives scurrying through undergrowth, eating insects and small plants. The first major breakthrough in understanding our ancestry came in 1965, when paleontologists discovered fossils of Purgatorius in Montana. This tiny creature, living around 85 million years ago, showed the first characteristics that would eventually lead to primates. It had grasping hands forward, facing eyes, and a larger brain relative to its body size compared to other mammals of the time. But Purgatorius wasn't alone. During the Paleocene epoch, just after the dinosaurs went extinct, fossil evidence shows an explosion of mammalian diversity. Within just 10 million years, mammals had evolved into dozens of different forms, filling ecological niches left vacant by the dinosaurs. In 1967, paleontologist Lee Van Valen discovered Cryochus, another crucial link in our evolutionary chain. This small mammal showed characteristics of early ungulates, but also had features suggesting it was ancestral to primates. These discoveries began to piece together the puzzle of how different mammalian groups were related. The 1990s brought revolutionary advances through molecular genetics. Scientists like Morris Goodman and Vincent Sarich used protein comparisons and later DNA analysis to construct family trees of living mammals. Their work showed that humans shared a common ancestor with chimpanzees just 6-8 million years ago, much more recent than previously thought. One of the most significant discoveries came in 2013 with the publication of research on Archicebus achilles, a 55 million year old primate fossil from China. This tiny creature, weighing only 20-30 grams, showed a mixture of primitive and advanced features that helped scientists understand the transition from early mammals to true primates. The Human Genome Project, completed in 2003, provided the ultimate tool for tracing our ancestry. By comparing human DNA with that of other mammals, scientists could trace evolutionary relationships with unprecedented accuracy. This genetic evidence confirmed that all placental mammals shared a common ancestor around 100 million years ago. Recent discoveries in Africa have filled in crucial gaps in the fossil record. The 2020 discovery of Australopithecus in Peru pushed back the timeline of New World monkey evolution, while finds in the Fayum Depression of Egypt have revealed dozens of early primate species that lived 30-35 million years ago. The biggest mystery in mammalian evolution is understanding what drove the transition from small, generalized mammals to the diverse array of specialized forms we see today. The extinction of dinosaurs 66 million years ago clearly provided an opportunity. But why did mammals diversify so rapidly and in such different directions? One puzzle involves the development of intelligence. While most mammals remained relatively small-brained, the primate lineage began developing larger brains early in their evolution. But this brain expansion came with significant costs. Larger brains require more energy and longer development periods, making offspring more vulnerable. The evolution of grasping hands and forward-facing eyes in early primates is another mystery. These adaptations are perfect for life in trees, but they required significant changes to basic mammalian body plans. What environmental pressures drove these specific modifications? Perhaps the most intriguing mystery is the development of social behavior. Many early mammals were solitary, but primates evolved increasingly complex social structures. Some species developed pair bonding, others formed large troops with sophisticated hierarchies. Understanding why sociality evolved has implications for human behavior today. The fossil record shows puzzling gaps in primate evolution. The transition from early primates like Purgatorius to more advanced forms like Egyptopithecus is poorly documented. Many crucial evolutionary steps happened in tropical environments where fossils rarely preserve, leaving scientists to piece together the story from limited evidence. Climate change played a major role in mammalian evolution, but its effects were complex and sometimes contradictory. The Paleocene thermal maximum, a period of global warming 56 million years ago, coincided with the rapid diversification of early primates. But later cooling periods also drove evolutionary changes. The evolution of different locomotion styles in primates raises questions about environmental pressures. Some species became specialized for swinging through trees, others for running on the ground, and still others developed the ability to walk upright. Each adaptation required extensive anatomical changes, but the selective pressures driving these changes aren't always clear. Continental drift and geographic isolation created opportunities for different evolutionary experiments. When South America separated from other continents, its mammals evolved in isolation for millions of years, creating unique lineages that were quite different from mammals elsewhere. The role of asteroid impacts and volcanic activity in driving mammalian evolution remains debated. While the end Cretaceous extinction clearly opened new opportunities, other impacts and environmental catastrophes may have also played important roles in shaping mammalian diversity. Scientists have compelling evidence tracing our lineage through the mammalian family tree. Molecular genetics provides the strongest support for evolutionary relationships. DNA comparisons show that humans share 99% of their genetic sequence with chimpanzees, 93% with rhesus monkeys, and decreasing percentages with more distantly related mammals. Comparative anatomy reveals evolutionary relationships through shared structures. The pentadact, our limb the 5-digit hand and foot pattern, appears in modified forms throughout mammalian evolution, from the wing bones of bats to the flippers of whales. These homologous structures demonstrate common ancestry. Embryological evidence shows that mammalian embryos go through similar developmental stages, with closely related species showing similar patterns for longer periods. Human embryos temporarily develop tails and gill-like structures, reflecting our evolutionary history. The fossil record, while incomplete, provides crucial evidence for evolutionary transitions. Fossils like Ambulocetus show the transition from land mammals to whales, while specimens like Australopithecus demonstrate the evolution from tree-dwelling apes to upright walking hominins. Biogeography supports evolutionary theory through the distribution of mammalian groups. Marsupials are primarily found in Australia because that continent separated from others before placental mammals could colonize it extensively. Similar patterns exist for primate distribution across continents. Laboratory studies of development and genetics in model organisms like mice reveal the mechanisms behind evolutionary changes. Researchers can trace how modifications to develop mental genes led to different body plans and organ systems across mammalian species. Molecular clock studies use the rate of genetic mutations to estimate when different mammalian lineages separated. These studies consistently show that the major groups of mammals diverged following predictable patterns related to continental breakup and environmental changes. Functional morphology explains why certain evolutionary changes occurred. The development of color vision in primates can be linked to fruit-eating behaviors, while the evolution of echolocation in bats relates to nocturnal hunting strategies. So everyone, the journey from rodent-like ancestors to modern apes, represents one of the most remarkable evolutionary transformations in Earth's history. We've seen how environmental opportunities, genetic innovations, and millions of years of natural selection shaped our lineage from tiny mammals into diverse, intelligent creatures. Key takeaways are: all mammals, including humans, trace back to small, generalized ancestors that survived the dinosaur extinction. The rapid diversification that followed demonstrates evolution's power to fill new ecological niches. Our primate lineage developed key innovations like enhanced vision, grasping hands, and larger brains that eventually led to human intelligence. The most important question is, what does understanding our evolutionary history tell us about human nature and our future? The evidence suggests that cooperation, intelligence, and adaptability traits that evolved over millions of years will continue to be crucial for our species' success. Let me know in the comments, does learning about our mammalian ancestry change how you think about humans' relationship with other animals? What do you think was the most important evolutionary innovation that led to human intelligence? In the next episode, we'll explore the rise and fall of Neanderthals, our closest extinct relatives who shared Europe with early humans for thousands of years. Their story reveals crucial insights about what makes our species unique. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for future episodes. If you want to learn more about human evolution, related videos are linked in the description.